Hello, I'm James Harvey, the professor of music theory at the College of Southern Nevada with 5-Minute Music Theory. And let's start the timer. In this video, we're going to talk about the concept of mode mixture. So mode mixture, if you ever hear just mixture, it's assumed that it's mode mixture. And what mode mixture is borrowing from what's known as the parallel major or minor. We already know relative major or minor. Relative is when they share the same key signature. Parallel is where they share the same tonal center, like C minor and C major. If we go back and we think about the concept of modulation, it's a shifting of tonal center, and you cannot modulate from C major to C minor because you're not shifting the tonal center. We're only changing qualities, and you can actually borrow from the parallel key. And I'm not even going to write down voicings or anything. We're just going to write down some chords and some common uses of mixture. There's a few different ways that mixture is used. I'm just going to show you a really simple one right here, like this. So that third chord in is a mixture chord. It's the subdominant chord in the key of C minor. And this is a really common chord in pop music. That's that minor subdominant chord. It has a sort of an interesting sound to it. The way that we indicate mixture chords typically is by circling them. Or I ask my students at least to circle them so that they're showing me that they realize that's a mixture chord. And again, all it is borrowing from the parallel key. You can actually borrow from that parallel key and then come right back to the original key without there being too much of an issue. However, mixture is usually used in a modulatory situation. It usually will prepare you for modulation by sort of taking you away from the original tonal center and then allowing you to modulate to a distantly related key. Like let's take that chord that I used there, for example, and let's use it as a modulatory chord. That is going to be an F minor chord. And then let's think about another key in which F minor has some sort of function. How about in the key of E flat major, for example? In E flat major, that is the supertonic chord, and then we can just function like we normally would in E flat. So it allowed us to modulate to a distantly related key, which was a lot tougher to do until we learn about this mode mixture. Here's some of the more common mixture chords, although you can use any of them, but I think probably the most common mode mixture chord is this one. Oops, let me do A minor, not C major. That one, a major tonic chord at the end of a piece of music, is known as a Picardy third, and it's where you have a minor piece that's in minor, but the last chord is major. Happens a lot. Bach did it awful lot. If you listen to a lot of Bach's music that is in minor, usually we have a major cadence at the end, and that's an example of mode mixture. And then there's some others that are common, like for example, let's go into a major key. Let's go into C major. The flat submediant chord is very common. That would be the submediant chord in C minor, although we're actually in the key of C major. So that would be an A flat major chord. And then another one that is somewhat common is the mediant in the parallel key, like that. But again, just basically to summarize, mode mixture is borrowing from the parallel key, whether major or minor, is just the opposite of whatever you're working in at the moment. And it can be used just to be more colorful, or it's usually used to destabilize the tonal center to allow for modulation to more distantly related keys. Thank you.